This is a delicious story. Take a look at this. The Wall Street Journal just got banned from covering President Trump. But what happened next will absolutely blow your mind. This is a story for the ages. Come on in, gang, one and all. It's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you make sense of all the insanity. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. So all last week, the Wall Street Journal, owned by the rabid never-Trumper Rupert Murdoch and his News Corps, spent days hyping up what they called a bombshell explosive story about Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The anticipation was building. Trump's opponents were absolutely salivating, hoping beyond hope. This is it. This would finally end the Trump presidency. And then on Thursday night of last week, the Journal dropped the bombshell explosive story. The story that was supposed to rock the very foundations of the Trump presidency. And it turned out to be what many on both the political left and right are calling the most pathetic political dud they have ever witnessed. It was an alleged birthday letter from the year 2003 that Trump supposedly wrote to Jeffrey Epstein, featuring a lewd, hand-drawn outline of a naked woman with the message, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Sounds just like Trump, doesn't it? Yeah, not. And that was it. That was their smoking gun. That was the Journal's supposed bombshell explosive story in the relationship between Trump and Epstein. But the humiliating embarrassments for the Journal were just getting started. They went on to admit that they didn't even have this supposed birthday card in their possession. They've never physically seen it, and that they couldn't even corroborate its authenticity. And yet they went ahead and, like the sleazy legacy media outlet that they are, the tabloid tramps that they are, they went ahead and published it anyway. I mean, well, it's now Trump's turn. Wall Street Journal, you fired your shot. Now it's time for Trump to unload on you. The response from the Trump administration was brutal and it was immediate. Trump filed a massive $10 billion lawsuit against the Journal, and he personally named Rupert Murdoch, who he says he's going to require to personally testify on the trial, I should say. Trump, of course, was very successful in his similar suits against CBS and ABC for ABC's defamation of him, calling him a convicted rapist, and CBS for deceptively editing the Cackles Kamala interview disaster. Both those suits were settled out of court to the tune of tens of millions of dollars going to Trump's library, his increasingly immaculate library paid for by CBS and ABC. How's that for rubbing it in their faces? So it looks like the Wall Street Journal is next up to fund a new wing, a gold-plated wing to that library. But here's where it gets even better. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt just announced that the Wall Street Journal has been banned from the White House press pool, particularly reporter Tarini Party. She is officially banned from covering Trump's upcoming trip to Scotland next week. Now, of course, the legacy media as a whole is freaking out over. I mean, how's that even news? When does the legacy media ever not freak out over Trump's latest move? But regardless, CBS correspondent Weijia Jiang, who's president of the White House Correspondents Association, she's screaming and crying and whining about First Amendment violations, whatever the hell that means. They're claiming this is government retaliation, this is authoritarianism, this is a dictatorship. When the White House is like, no, it's really just accountability for publishing blatantly fake news. If you want to be treated like a journalist, then, hey, Wall Street Journal, act like one. If you want the perks of the press with its special access and privileges, then you might want to actually publish real news stories rather than just tabloid trash. If you are tabloid trash, we're going to treat you like tabloid trash. That's what the White House is saying. This isn't retaliation. This is accountability. It's accountability for publishing blatantly fake news that you admit you can't even corroborate. The Wall Street Journal admitted they didn't even have the supposed birthday card in their possession. They don't actually even know if such a card exists, let alone verify its authenticity. And what makes this whole incident so particularly delicious is that as the reporter was being escorted out of the White House press pool, they were forced to publish something that completely vindicates everything Trump has been saying. This is the most ironic twist in political media history, and I'm about to break down exactly why this changes everything. But first, there is something else that the world's elites are trying to hide from you. While corrupt federal elites have been quietly building wealth through cryptocurrency, they made it so hard that hardworking American patriots have been left behind, squeezed out of the crypto revolution. But there's an amazing solution. I want to tell you about Block Trust IRA. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to real Americans. You all know I'm a big fan of crypto. It's supercharging President Trump's America First economic miracle, and now you can be a part of it. So I partnered with Block Trust IRA because their mission perfectly aligns with President Trump's Make America Great Again agenda, smashing down the barriers between loyal patriots and the financial freedom they deserve. Their Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that are beyond simply the buy and hold strategy, helping true American patriots build impressive wealth in Trump's historic economic boom. There's a reason their system was named the #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine from over 1,500 global competitors. Whether you're a teacher, truck driver, small business owner, or retiree watching inflation eat away your 401k, Block Trust IRA's advanced Animus AI gives red-blooded Americans the same advantages as those coastal elites. So right now, their clients are seeing, get this, over 250% returns on their investments. That's what AI can do when it gets hooked up to crypto. You heard that right, 250% returns. And with military-grade security, investments are protected by up to $200 million in insurance. So what are you waiting for? Visit TurleyTalksCrypto.com. That's TurleyTalksCrypto.com and find out how they can help you join the Trump Crusade financial revolution that's finally giving forgotten Americans access to the greatest crypto wealth opportunity in history. For a limited time, they're offering my viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open up an account with them. This is amazing. Do not wait on this. Crypto created 80,000 new millionaires last year. Why not you? Visit TurleyTalksCrypto.com. That's TurleyTalksCrypto.com, making retirement great again. Now, of course, we've seen Trump take on fake news before, but this situation is absolutely unprecedented. The same outlet that just got hit with a $10 billion lawsuit and lost their White House access actually had to just admit something that proves Trump was right all along. I mean, the timing was absolutely perfect revenge. Here's exactly what went down that the legacy media is trying to hide from you. As the Wall Street Journal's reporter was literally being escorted from the press pool, forced to watch from the sidelines, at the same time, the Wall Street Journal had to publish their own admission that the economy has its swagger back. They tried to save some face, and they're saying, despite Trump's tariffs, being the globalist shills that they are at the Wall Street Journal, they're pathetic. But there was no way around it. They had to report that the U.S. economy is, frankly, the strongest it's ever been. Highest Dow in history. Market is currently at its all-time high. Gas prices at their lowest in 4 years. Inflation is now down to negligible levels, under 2%. Trillions upon trillions of dollars being reinvested into our economy. We're almost completely energy independent. I mean, think about the humiliation here. You get banned for fake news. Then you're forced by reality to admit Trump is succeeding beyond anyone's wildest expectations. The same publication that tried to tie Trump to Epstein had to acknowledge Trump's incredible, unprecedented achievements. So as it turns out, this really isn't just about media accountability. This is about total vindication for Trump. Trump has completely transformed the border crisis. We went from Biden's 10,000 plus illegal migrant releases per day. You heard that right, 10,000 per day, to 0 illegals released in an entire month. Not one illegal, and 2 straight months in a row, May and June. Not a single illegal migrant crossed the border and was released. Not 1, 0, zippo. The total number of Border Patrol agents today now outnumbers illegal crossers for the first time in years. At the same time, our economic dominance is just beginning. The numbers don't lie. 700,000 new jobs created in just 6 months. S&P and NASDAQ hitting record highs multiple times. Inflation crushed down to 2.1%. Gas prices down 20%, their lowest in 4 years. Pennsylvania alone just announced $92 billion in new investments. DEI programs have been abolished from all federal government and military programs. Biological males have been banned from women's sports with over 80% public support for such bans. Even Trump's enemies can't deny that success anymore. CNN's Jake Tapper, he was forced recently to admit that Trump's second term is even more consequential than his first. ABC called it head spinning. The Washington Post admits Trump's on an amazing run. And in the most ironic twist of all, Hunter Biden chose this exact moment to attack Jake Tapper, calling him completely irrelevant with the smallest audience in cable news. I mean, seriously, when your enemy's own allies are turning on them, you know the winning is undeniable. Trump told the Journal directly early last week, I never wrote that birthday card. You have no evidence I wrote it. I never did anything like that in my life. You can't substantiate. You had better not publish it. He warned them the letter was fake, but they published their defamatory story anyway. Now they're paying the price. $10 billion lawsuit, banned from the White House access, and forced to admit Trump's incredible success while being escorted out of the White House. We voted in November for accountability. And my friends, this is what accountability looks like. A supposed news outlet gets caught publishing lies. They lose their access. They face massive legal consequences. And then they have to admit Trump is winning on every single front while at the same time they're being banned. This is life in the new golden age. And I, for one, am hardly tired of winning. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. I want to read your comments. Tell me what you think about all of this. And as always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button for breaking news and analysis you're not going to hear anywhere else. God bless. We're in it, gang. A historic shift is unfolding all around us. The fall of globalism, the rise of a new conservative age, and I explain exactly what's happening and why in my most important book yet, America Awaken. This book gives you the full picture, how we got here, what it means, and what you need to know to be on the right side of history. Do not wait. Go to americaawaken.us and order your copy today. The next chapter has already begun.